nice is it today? Good morning, girls. So I've just weeded all the shallots and the onions. I'm going to leave it unnetted now, I think. I don't think the pigeon's going to bother them so much now. They all seem to be coming a bit. The garlic is just shooting out. There's some more onions there. It's just absolutely shooting out. What a stunning day on the plot. Like you just can't ask for these that often, because in autumn they're few and far between, be honest. But yeah, so I'm going to get on today. I've done some weeding and now I'm going to have to repair that roof. So it just shows that the wind is just going to get worse and worse, so I need to batten down the hatches now. So I've been shopping again for some more bulbs for winter. I picked up some more Japanese onions. They're just £2 a bag, and to be honest, like, I've got a bit of space, and even if I pull them early in the spring as spring onions, they'll be handy. So these are the flowers that I've got. So I thought I popped some daffodils and tulips and crocuses in last month, so I thought if I just spray them out a little bit more, I'll get a bit of a successional sowing. So we've got some narcissus. These are the miniature ones, so I'm going to put these in some pots. And then on top of that, then we've got some fritillaries, so I got 15 of those. I absolutely love these. They look like little bells. So they were only £2 as well. And then this one, I'm not sure how I'm gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. These ones are called Double Dick Wilden. Now, yeah. Moving on. So I've got 10 ping pong alliums, 10 blue matiolas, and then I've also got some summer drummers. So I've only got 3 of those because they're quite big. So these are the plan for these are, and all the others are to go around the pond. So this week I'm going to attempt to get that pond dug out, add all the alliums and all the wildflowers and daffodils and narcissus all around the pond. You just can't believe it. All that sun is gone, and we're left with this. So I've come back onto my old plot. I've got this red gooseberry bush that needs to be transplanted. I'd like to go a bit more dormant, but my tendency is up now, so I need to get this dug out and hopefully it'll survive and I'll replant it straight away. So I've repotted it into a big pot and given it a good pruning. I did this last year and it came back beautiful. So don't think that you're being too harsh on them. So yeah, maybe I'll keep it in here for a bit and then I'll repot it out into the plot once I've decided in the next couple of weeks where it's going to go. Another handy tip is to label it. I just use some yellow masking tape that I took this little tip off Muddy Boots. He's a gardening legend in my eyes. So I know it's waterproof, and even if it doesn't stick, it's worth better than nothing. So I'll stick this onto the plant now, so at least when I replant it I know which ones are which. Job's a good one. So the rain has stopped. Yeah, you're probably wondering why my beard's a bit darker than usual. I went as a pirate for Halloween, and boys will be boys, eh? Right, let's get on. So I've had a bit of a weeding sesh, so the rain has stopped finally. Got myself a nice new coat. I needed a waterproof one for up here over the winter. Right, let's get started. These are all tucked up for the winter. No doubt these covers will be blown off about 500 times over the winter. You all know how that works. It's a game. Same with the nets. I've taken off the one net now. Up here. Oh, nearly slipped then. I don't think the birds are going to bother with them anymore. The shallots have come up. I don't know why. Like, my little bit of OCD is noticing that one hasn't come up there and another one's here. But I've looked underneath the soil and that one is rooting, but this one's completely disappeared. So I don't actually know what happened there. But, you know, hey, I put an elephant garlic there and it compensates. So don't think just because you've got that bit of space and it doesn't, you know, use it. Put something in there, it doesn't matter. Bit of garlic will do lovely there. I've also dotted a few extra small ones down the sides that I found in the shed. I've got loads of plants to get out, guys, loads. But I just need to do that around the pond, as I mentioned. I had one of these Swedes the other day on my last video. It was absolutely stunning. Like one of the nicest Swedes I've had. These are the Helena Swedes. I'm going to grow them again next year. Right. So this is the plan. The plan is that this will be, underneath there's a big mound of soil. So the plan is to put 2 beds like this here, so that I'll have more space ready. I wasn't gonna do it, but I still need to put my strawberries in somewhere and my asparagus, which needs to be transplanted up in the next month from my old plot. The new plot holder has allowed me to keep it on there a little bit longer until it's dormant, same as my fruit trees that I mentioned. Right, but the problem is I keep leaving all this space. I know it's lovely to have. I am going to plant flowers down their edges here as well, so that there'll be a bit of a walkway, but realistically I'm not going to use this walkway space that much. As much as it looks lovely, I wish I did push the beds up a little bit more, but it is easier to get around them, you know. So, and there'll probably be some pots of daffodils down here as well. I'm going through the leeks now though. I normally have a lot more than this, but obviously the fact that I moved plots, I had to sacrifice a lot of things. So these ones are actually transplanted. Believe it or not, I moved these when they were half the size, and they've all took, thankfully. Still got a couple of winter lettuces left, and some garlic has come up as well. I think to be putting garlic in everywhere. I need to stop doing that. I bought more the other day, but I'm going to pop it over in my own garden. Right, purple sprouting broccoli's looking lovely. So I'm going to pull another Swede. My cabbages are hearting up now. We seem to have a bit of a slug issue on this one by the looks of it. I'll have to look at that in a minute. The red cabbages are taking their time, but they're hearting slowly. They are getting there. I need to change these hoops over as well. So I've got some more hoops like this. A few people commented on these hoops. I'm not being sponsored or anything, but they're from First Tunnels. And I must say that their service is absolutely amazing. Like, I ordered the wrong ones and they were just like, yeah, that's fine, no problem, and they sent them straight away. So I'll definitely be using First Tunnels when I get my poly tunnel. That's another plan for next year, I think. I've just had an idea. So when I inherited this plot, I've got all these fruit bushes in here. I think there's red currant, white currant and black currants, and some gooseberry bushes as well. So I just had an idea. What if I, on the edge of each bed, here and here and here, what if I put a fruit bush there? Because I don't really need to walk down here, I only need to walk up to it. So if I put a bush here and there, you know, a little bit closer to the fence, I'll be able to pick from them, but I won't be able to walk down there anymore because obviously it won't be a path. But I mean, I've still got my path there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to plant some fruit bushes on the edge of the tree, edge of these beds. If anyone's looking for a new hoe, or just an easy way of weeding your plot, I'm not even joking you, the best thing since sliced bread was this Wolfgarten. Let me show you the edge. It comes on a 15 and I think there's a 25 as well. I've got both. They just click on, let me show you. Hold on. Right, I've had to put that between my legs. Right, so they just literally, hold on, click on. And you can have all the adjustments, you know, you can add whatever you want on there. I've had like small spades on there, a fork, a rake, all used off the same handle. So you just saves less space. They are pricey, guys, I'm not even going to lie, they are pricey, but they absolutely cut through the weeds like butter, absolute butter. Then I've also got like a shorter handle you can use on trowels or even on there if you know you're kneeling down on the bed. And then I've also got a bit of a medium sized one as well, so it is handy, especially if you've got like a fork on it or something, or a small fork, you can just dig in without bending so much. I absolutely love them. Like I'm obsessed with them now, so I'm going to look about getting the tiller next. I know I'm no dig, but some of the parts on the bottom will need some real work done to them, so yeah. But these are no dig, but they just take off the weeds off the top for you, and it's absolutely amazing. I love it. Okay, so I finally barked the run for them. They're going to absolutely love digging in through this. There's loads of leaves, worms, loads of bark, soil. Finally. Hey, look, they'll be tidy now, that it won't be so muddy in here for the winter. So I've got a plastic here, so I'm going to put another panel across there, I think, to keep the rain a bit more. Yeah, they're going to absolutely love this in an hour or so when they go scratching and all that, ruining all my hard work. If you are struggling for bark, or you're thinking about adding bark to your path or to your plot anyway, here they come. Contact your local council. They'll give you a number, or they'll give you an email address for the local wood tree surgeons in your area, and they just drop it down to the plot whenever I want. We're lucky that we've got a big area at the back as well that they drop it down when we're not here. Oh, she's off to lay an egg. They'll all start digging through all this now. So yeah, just contact your local council and just ask them, can they drop it off? They might have to give you a certain day or whatever. We tend to get it all the way through the spring and early summer, and then through the autumn as well, we'll get deliveries dropped off. This stuff was from the summer, so obviously it's rotted down a little bit now and is wet, so it'll dry off in here now. Are you enjoying your new run, Scylla? Hey? You're looking for worms now, aren't you? Yeah. Go get you some corn, I think. You want some corn? I'm probably thinking I've only got 4 chickens, but I've actually got 6. But for the last couple of days, the other 2 chickens, they're sisters. I think they're having maybe like a winter broody or something, I don't know, but they're spending a lot of time on the eggs. Maybe it's because they know the weather's getting a bit cold now and they're doing their duties of keeping the eggs warm. So it's been a bit of a battle really, because I don't like taking the eggs while they're sat on them. But yeah, they seem to be hanging on to them at the moment. Right, so I'm in the greenhouse. I had these 2 old recycle boxes. They were chucked in a skip because they're all bashed about and broken, and I've given them another purpose. So they're full of soil. They're in my greenhouse. I've got all my onions outside, so I've never had any luck with red onions overwintering them, but we'll have another go again this year. I got some more Japanese onion sets, so they're only £2. So I'm going to plant them a bit in here, a little bit closer than normal, and hopefully I'll get a couple of onions, smaller onions, for maybe pickling or something. But they're going to be indoors because I've got the ones outdoors, so let's give that a go. To put 12 onion sets in these boxes in each one, so you've got nothing to lose, so may as well try. They're in the greenhouse, so they should get a bit of a head start now, and they'll be out of the weather a bit, and the birds won't be able to peck them in here, so I won't need to cover them over or anything. Hey, check me out, I might even be showing you some actual gardening for once. So I'm popping out my pak choi now, they're well overdue. I mean, that's a lovely root ball there. So I'm going to add 6 to these old recycle boxes I salvaged from a skip. So I thought I may as well use them this year while I can, and then later on in the year then I'll put my raised beds back in here, because obviously I moved my greenhouse up. So I'm going to pop these in. They won't be long, to be honest, and I'll be eating some of them, so hopefully the winter won't take them away from me. So I'm going to try and get probably 6 in here, maybe the odd cheeky one on the end. So these are the green pak choi. I've got the red pak choi as well, but I've never tried the red pak choi, so if anyone has tried it, let me know. Is it nice? So if you haven't already, these little containers are absolutely marvellous. I bought these from Container Wise. They're just perfect for transplanting things like cabbages and well, pak choys and things like that. even starting onions off. So pop another one by here. Pak choys are absolutely beautiful in like a stir fry. Yeah, I absolutely love these. So these are really well overdue about to be going in now. I've planted them outside in the past and the bloody leaf miners always seem to get at them. So I'm going to try them in here for a bit. I know Steve at Green Side Up, he plants his inside as well, but if you haven't seen his channel, go give him a little follow. Tell him I've come across, I want him to follow me. He's on my list of one of my gardening legends, and yeah, I'd like him to know who I am. Nah, yeah, so just pop along and see us. It's Green Side Up. Stephen is, he's absolutely marvellous. Down to earth guy, really lovely. There's loads of gardeners. I'm gonna, you know, plug as many gardeners as I can because I think it's just a lovely community. I gotta be honest, like when I started only 2 weeks ago, oh, so many gardeners that I've been following for years, like Liz Zorab. I was over the moon when she started following me, you know, and there's so many of them now that I follow and they're following me back, so I was truly touched by that, absolutely touched. So yeah, let's get the rest of the pak choi in. They're getting a bit leggy now, and I thought I'd try and, I might be able to get an extra one in here. I'm going to give them a go anyway in here, and we've got some nicer ones up here, I think. Have a look. Some of you look at these. Should have put these ones in really, shouldn't I? I mean, look at that. Should have been up bloody weeks ago. Root balls are lovely though. So they'll be lovely in a stir fry. Give them a good water in now, and they'll be good to go. So this is the greenhouse. So we've got some onions in using those recycled boxes that I salvaged. We've got the green pak choi in. I've got some early Nanti carrots in. This has worked once before, so I'm giving it another go this year. I've got some coriander. It's getting a bit leggy, to be honest. I've got my Christmas potatoes in, and these two have already they're already been stored. I think they're shallots. I've got some red pak choi. They'll go in once the greens are all being used. My spring onions, and I've also got some strawberries, as I mentioned before, that I'm going to put into hanging basket. So I've had a really good clean up in here today. How productive have I been today? I managed to get the red and the brown onions in, the green pak choi, clean up the greenhouse, prepare 2 of the beds with some rotted manure, dig out another bed ready to put in, weed all the plot, wheelbarrow 6 wet wheelbarrows full of bark in the rain at that time, and I managed to clean up the coop as well. So I'm on a roll today. You can tell that the sun is shining, I'm smiling, and yeah, but tomorrow it'll probably rain and rain and rain. But I'm embracing the day. I need to get one more thing done because I've got like a bit of an issue with the roof on the greenhouse, and yeah, I'm gonna head home then. So if you haven't already, guys, could you please like and subscribe? It means the world to me. Like when I first started this channel, I didn't think anyone would be interested, but you guys have been so supportive, and you've commented and sent me emails, and I've been overwhelmed. Do you know what I mean? I didn't expect any one of the gardening legends that I watch all the time to be subscribing and commenting and stuff. I'm truly blessed. Like, I'm absolutely blessed. So if you haven't, like I said before, if you haven't already, could you just subscribe and like? Thank you very much, and have a nice day. A little tip for you guys: if you need to get your chickens in, don't feed them corn outside the coop. Come inside and they'll come. They know what's inside. Yeah, don't prove me wrong now, girls. Come on. Girls? Girls? Why are they doing this? Come on, in. In. For some reason, they just don't seem to want to go in today, and they're proving me wrong. Go on. Llama. Get in. Well done, Scylla. 1 out of 6 then, bad. Oh, come on. I wish I filmed that episode of Catch the Chicken. Jesus. For once, they didn't want to go back in. Bye, girls. Right, I'm heading home. I've had such a productive day today that I'm going out on a high before it rains. Right, so take care, guys.